Oh, hey, I didn't hear you come in. You were so quiet. Well, thank you for joining me. You know, I just want to show you what I'm doing because I've sort of been working on an art project over here. Come here, let me show you what I'm doing. Come here, let me just show you what I'm doing. I mean, it's just right down here. Let me show you what I'm doing here.
So today I was really working on making some notes for Traveler's Book Direct, and I got a little sidetracked. So I just started with a picture over here, and this is myself, of course, the big D, David. And I made myself a little bit taller than Wendy, which isn't true. We're actually exactly the same height. And then, of course, there's Wendy there. And I wish I could make her hair look just a little bit better than I did, but I'm not a very good artist. And then here's where I got sidetracked. I added Mr. Bud. And Mr. Bud, he is our spirit dog. I don't know if you've ever lost a dog, but he was pretty special. Mr. Bud. I'll put his name in there. Mr. Bud is our official mascot, and in all things, he sort of guides us in what we do. We spend a lot of time thinking about him and talking to him. We miss him. But today he's saying, Aloha, master the fundamentals, and upgrade how you operate. And so what I wanted to do is just collectively put my notes together with Traveler's Book Direct. That's what TBDX is up here. Traveler's Book Direct. And the X stands for experience. We also, inside our Ohana, we talk about it being exponential, right? And it creates exponential growth for the people that we work with. And the people we work with inside of Traveler's Book Direct, it was really designed for destination marketing organizations, hotels, inns, resorts, bed and breakfasts, vacation rentals, and adventure tour ops. But that's also part of where I got hung up today, because it isn't really designed for those things. It's designed for the people that are inside those businesses, right? Traveler's Book Direct was designed to take your team, to take your career to the next level. And so let's just walk through this and see what it looks like, because this is really our Destination Maker roadmap on how to get started with Traveler's Book Direct. And let me just highlight number one here, and that's where we start, right? And that's done for you research and reporting. So when our members come into Traveler's Book Direct, the very first thing we do is we put our team on top of this research and reporting project, where we research the top producing search terms that generate the revenue for your destination, for your property, right? And it's always that 80-20 rule. 20% of the search terms out there create 80% of the revenue, and you absolutely need to nail those things perfectly. And so that's job number one. Once we've done that, we actually put it into our tracking and reporting dashboard, and we find out how you score in the search engines and all the different channels for those search terms. And then the next thing we do is we research your competitors, right? And we take your competitors and we put them in that dashboard, and we do the exact same research against them, right? And what that does is it creates this gap analysis. Let's just point that out, right? What is a gap analysis? Gap analysis is the places where your competitors are strong and you are weak, right? Because those are the things that we need to work on. And so you instantly know what you need to work on. So you sort of take the guesswork out of all of that. And that's why this is so important. And then that tracking and reporting dashboard, it tracks organic, local, map, paid, YouTube, all these different channels, right? Where you need to improve. So we take the guesswork out of it, and that's where we go to step two, right? And step two is for you to access the Traveler's Book Direct platform. And in Traveler's Book Direct, what you're going to do is you're going to find out exactly where you need to apply the strategies, the tactics, and so forth to improve in those gaps. And we do that through video training, right? So there's video training there's dozens and dozens of hours of video training that you can watch, right, at your leisure. Oh, I'm going to put a strange looking eye in there. And there are weekly updates, right? So Wendy and I, we go live inside our private community every single week, and we teach you the things we need to know. We do live trainings on specific topics, things like social media, like Instagram, like how to rule YouTube, video optimization, all those sorts of things. So we do live trainings. And then, of course, we have the community, right? And the community is where you have 24/7 access to ask your questions and interact with the other people, the other members that are inside the Travelers Book Direct platform. And so this is really who this is for, right? The who this is for. And this is the how, right? How you're going to get from here to there. And this is the what you need to do. And then we have a series of tools that we use in Travelers Book Direct that help you accomplish a lot of the things that are inside this training, right? So we just don't tell you go out and do this thing. We actually give you the tool so that you can go to that next step, right? And so the first thing is we set up your video marketing platform. And what's inside that video marketing platform, and this is something we're excited about because we've just upgraded and added this to Travelers Book Direct. We have automated video guest reviews. So it literally is a one and done video guest review system where you can send your guest, your past guest, your best guest a link, right? And they can shoot a quick video on their phone or their computer, and it comes directly back to you. And the finished file arrives to you with your logo on it. It arrives with, some music if you want it. You can even stitch in a pre-programmed intro and outro with your property on it. And it also delivers a raw file so you can use it in other places. But this is solid gold in terms of social proof video marketing content, right? It's incredible what it does. And we're having such great success with it that's why we integrated it into Travelers Book Direct. It also has a video email system, a video messaging system, a branded video creator where you can just upload a video and add that logo and that intro and that outro and some music to it. And then a story video service. And I'm not going to get into all of the details here, but just know this is a software platform that you have access to run 24/7. And it's all automated. So when you get a guest review, if you get it, now, then 3 minutes from now, the video's done, right? It'll be uploaded, it'll be in your dashboard, be ready for you to use. So this has been a superstar in terms of generating direct bookings, right? And we talk about direct bookings a lot in here because that is the goal, to be a little more self-sufficient. A lot of the time we talk to people and they have this fear of control, right? And the fear of control is that the OTAs seem to own a lot of your supply and they control a lot of your demand. And so Travelers Book Direct is a lot about becoming more self-sufficient, right? Being self-sufficient so that if you're ever deplatformed, if something ever happens, right, you have the ability to control your own destiny. So let's move on to the next thing. And the next thing is going to be our review builder system. Again, this is an automated system that covers all of the other review channels that you might have challenges generating reviews like Google, Yelp, Facebook, TripAdvisor, those sorts of places. And we've automated that process so your team can literally just go out and it's easy to just set up a single email, or you can even set up bulk emails for people that have stayed with you. And it goes out on our email system, not on yours, so you don't have to set anything up. There's all these branded response templates, and it's really like a drip marketing campaign that drives people to leave positive reviews. Now, what happens if they don't leave a positive review? It's a great question. There's a filtering system, right? So if someone leaves you a negative review, instead of it going to Google or Yelp or TripAdvisor, what it's going to do is it's going to go to you, right? And that gives you an opportunity to address with that guest whatever that problem is. Now, if they leave you a stellar review, which they should, then after they've left you that review, it gives them the ability to go and leave the same review in Google, Yelp, and places where they normally leave reviews, right? And here's the cool thing, and I've never told anybody this before, but these two systems are actually integrated, right? You can actually send out this review system with your video review request baked right into it. And inside Travelers Book Direct, we will show you how to do that. But at the end of the day, we're all about mindset, marketing, and momentum. And you need those things because with the right mindset, you can literally do anything, right? And with marketing, here's the thing, we're all in a rush. And so a lot of us don't have the time to learn. And Travelers Book Direct gives you back that time, right? Because you don't have to guess. You know exactly how you're going to do things, what needs to be done, and you have the tools to do it. And that alleviates a lot of frustration, right? And a lot of us marketers, we have this frustration because there's so many changes going on in the marketplace and the algorithms and with things going on. So with Travelers Book Direct, it compacts your time, and you got to face it.
How long do you want your marketing journey to take, right? I mean, you'd rather have it done now than have it done slowly over time, because by the time often we learn a particular strategy, particular number of tactics, they become outdated.
And that's the space a lot of us are operating in. It's outdated ideas and outdated tactics and strategies that just don't work. So now is your time to engage, and that'll help you grow your Google rankings. You'll master social media. You'll become this video marketing king, and you'll also be able to upgrade your advertising, generate massive positive reviews for your property, for your business, and you'll earn more direct bookings. Those are sort of the outcomes that we're looking for with all of this work. And there are a few things that I haven't talked about, but at the end of the day, you become the star of your destination. Isn't that right, Mr. Bud? Become the star of your destination. All right, so Travelers Book Direct is growing in leaps and bounds, and we are about to launch our second phase with the addition of these tools. And so you can still get into Travelers Book Direct for $125 per month per seat, right? And so that's per member. And I know that's a little bit of an upgrade over our founding members price, but those founding members, that opportunity is closing right now. I think it'll be closed on Monday when our web development team upgrades all of those pages and the payment processor. And so you still have a chance to get in at that founding member price, which is a little bit less, but time is short here because we're moving on to the next stage of our journey with Travelers Book Direct. And if you're a team leader in your property, this is really something that you need to have as in your toolkit to help your team, right, generate more interest in becoming the leader that they are inside. And when you shift, right, it becomes contagious. And so you need to have your team skill up. That's what I'm trying to say. And skill up is, they need to think, they need to know, they need to do, and they need to master, and they need to do it at a much quicker and higher level than they're working at right now. And it's your job to get them to that next level. So I know that's common sense, but common sense isn't always common practice. And if you've heard me talk, I keep saying the same things time and time again. And I'm going to keep saying them until you execute, because this is the key to the kingdom when it comes to helping your marketing team build your property and build their own careers in a huge way. So I appreciate you spending this time with me. And next week it will be me or Wendy, but Mr. Bud will always be there. And I just want to thank you.
So today I've been talking about mindset, strategy, tools, tactics, actions, and these are the things that you absolutely need to do and have and be to succeed in this complex marketing world that we work in the hospitality industry. But I do thank you for spending time being here with me today, and drop me a DM if you have any questions, anything you need to know. Wendy and I, we always go live here on Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And we used to just be in that private Facebook group, but we've pushed ourselves outside our comfort zone. And so we go live on LinkedIn, we go live on YouTube, and we also go live on Instagram during this same period. So you can catch us anywhere. So thank you so much for being here. And until next week, hey, happy Aloha Friday.